Good afternoon, class. This is your history and civics class. In today's class, we'll continue with the explanation of the chapter The Mauryan Empire. Okay, we had already studied about the Chandragupta Maurya and Ashoka. How did Chandragupta Maurya extend his Mauryan Empire? We have already studied about all these things. Now we'll begin with the spread of Buddhism. Ashoka embraced Buddhism as a result of the Kalinga War. How did Ashoka embrace Buddhism? This beginning or the starting of Buddhism came from the after the Kalinga War. He made huge gifts to the Buddhists and undertook pilgrimages to the Buddhist shrines. After the Kalinga War, Ashoka devoted his time, energy, and vast resources towards the spread of Buddhism in and outside India. After Ashoka won the Kalinga War, he devoted or gave his maximum of time, energy, and vast resources to spread the Buddhism in and outside India. He himself became a Buddhist, gave up hunting, and became a vegetarian. He spread the principles of Dhamma by having them engraved on rocks and pillars. He appointed special officials called Dhamma Mahamatras, whose duty was to improve the general life of the people and enforce the principles of Dhamma across the country. He sent missionaries to Burma, which is also known as Myanmar, and Sri Lanka. He sent his son Mahendra and daughter Sanghamitra to Sri Lanka to preach Buddhism. It was due to Ashoka's efforts that Buddhism spread far beyond India. Whose efforts made the Buddhism religion spread far beyond India? It was Ashoka's efforts. Okay. He organized the Third Buddhist Council at Patliputra to discuss ways of propagating Buddhism. Propagating means expanding. He ordered the construction of Buddhist monasteries and many stupas. The Mauryan administration. Kautilya's Arthashastra, Megasthenes' Indika, and Ashoka's rock and pillar edicts gave us a picture of Mauryan administration. Now, the central administration. The Mauryan administration was headed by the king. He was assisted by a council of ministries called the Mantri Parishad. Important members of the council were High Priest, known as Purohit, Commander in Chief, known as Senapati, and Crown Prince, known as Yuvraj. According to the Arthashastra of Kautilya, the state appointed 27 superintendents, known as Adhyakshs, mostly to regulate the economic activities of the state. Important administrative officials were called Amatyas, provincial and local administration. The empire was divided into four provinces. Each province had a governor. The provinces were further divided into districts, and a number of officials looked after them. Under the districts were the villages. The village officials helped the senior officers in collecting the taxes. The capital city of Patliputra, an important city of the glorious past of India, was the capital city of Ashokan Empire. It was a walled city which had 64 gates and 570 watchtowers. So this was all about the what was the administration in the Mauryan Empire. Ashoka formed a committee to administer his capital separately. This committee was further divided into five departments. Ashoka formed a committee in order to administer his capital separately. What were the five departments? Registration of births and deaths, trade and commerce, collection of taxes, protection of foreigners, and inspection of goods. These were the five major departments in which through which Ashoka administered his capital. Now, army. The Mauryas maintained a huge army. It consisted of infantry. Infantry means soldiers who fight on foot. Cavalry, soldiers who fight on horses. Elephants and chariots. Chariots means rath. So Ashoka's army Mauryan army consisted of soldiers who used to fight on foot, then soldiers who fought on horses, then elephants and chariots. There were a number of boats which looked after there were a number of boats which looked after every wing of the army. Senapati was the head. The spy system. The Mauryans maintained an efficient spy system. They kept the king informed about the happenings in the kingdom. The women were also appointed as the spies. Spy system means keeping an eye on or gathering information what is happening in the town or in the uh, empire or in the kingdom, and people from different places came to the king and informed what was going on in the kingdom. Every news they gave used to give to the king. Taxation. Land revenue was the main source of income. Usually, one fourth or one sixth of the produce was fixed as the revenue. The other sources of taxation were forests, mines, customs, trade, crafts, and water. This money was used to pay salaries, maintain an army, and for welfare of society. Now, trade, both inland and overseas, flourished. India had trade relations with Sri Lanka, Egypt, and Greece. The important centers of trading were Patliputra, Takshila, and Ujjaini. Society. Megasthenes has described Patliputra, the capital of the Mauryas, as a beautiful city. The king lived in a magnificent place of stone. The caste system was prevalent. The Arthashastra, however, mentions the existence of slavery, but slaves were looked after well. Occupation. The main occupation of the people was agriculture, and facilities such as irrigation were provided to them. Farmers were encouraged to bring more land under cultivation. Other occupations were mining, carpentry, forestry, masonry, and pottery. Masonry means art of building houses and bricks and stones. Now the modern art. The modern art rose to its peak during Ashoka's rule. He built many stoops and pillars. The stoop at Sanchi is very famous. Pillars were beautifully polished, almost like mirrors. Ashoka's edicts were inscribed on rocks and pillars. A stoop is a dome like structure made of stone or bricks. It was made of honor, a sacred spot, or to preserve the relics of Buddha. What is the meaning of relics? A part of a diseased holy person body or belongings. It was something which was related to Buddha, any materialistic thing or something which was very important for Buddha. The Sanchi Stoop, built by Ashoka, is very impressive. The most famous pillar is the Sarnath pillar, erected at the Deer Park. The lion capital of the Sarnath pillar is carved out of a single block of stone. The lion capital is now the Sarnath Museum in the state of Uttar Pradesh. On the upper portion, the capital are the figures of four lions standing back to back. Modern India has adopted the lion capital of Sarnath as the national emblem of India. Have you seen the national emblem of India? It is adopted from the Sarnath only. The decline of Mauryan Empire. The Mauryan Empire, which lasted for more than 100 years, began to break after Ashoka's death. There were many reasons for the breakup of the Mauryan Empire. After Ashoka, the rulers were so weak that they could not control the empire efficiently. What happened after Ashoka died? The rulers which came to for the Mauryan Empire, they were very weak that they could not even control the empire efficiently, or they could not even control the empire very nicely or deal with the empire. In order to protect the vast empire, the rulers had to keep a large army, but the modern kings could not collect enough taxes to meet its growing expenses. In order to keep their rule going, the modern had to keep a large army, but they could not maintain the expenses because they could not collect enough taxes. The enormous expenditure on army and brew accuracy created a financial crisis. What happened? There was a large amount which was spent on the army, because of which there was a financial crisis. During Ashoka's rule, the army fell out of practice and became inefficient and weak. During Ashoka's rule, the army fell out of practice. The army didn't practice a lot, so they became inefficient and weak. Ashoka's anti ritual and anti sacrifice attitude reduced the income of the Brahmins. The Brahmanical reaction began as a result of policies of Ashoka. Oppressive rule in the provinces was an important cause of breakup of empire. Gradually, various provinces of the modern empire began to break away and split into many independent kingdoms. Thus, Magad fell an easy prey to foreign invaders. Finally, in 185 BC, the last modern king, Brihadr- Brihadrat, Brihadrat was killed by his own commander in chief, Pushyamitra Sunga, who started the Sunga dynasty in Magad. What happened at last? The modern king Brihadrat was killed by his own commander chief, due to which the modern dynasty came to an end. Okay, that's all for this chapter, class. I've already given you the exercises to do. Today, I'll also give you the question answers. I'll write the answers and I'll give post it today only. So you have to complete this chapter in your history copy on time. Okay, thank you, class.